welcome to our first cruise to Norway. So we've never really fancied a cruise before, but everyone we speak to said it's great. So we went down overnight and stayed at the Meon Valley Hotel and Golf Club, where we could actually leave the car for the week whilst we were actually on the cruise to Norway from Southampton. The actual hotel is really nice, and it's just outside Southampton, about 20-25 minutes away from the port. And the hotel actually arranges for a taxi to take you and pick you up when you come home. So it's hassle-free, stress-free, park your car up for the week, and then in the morning they take you there and bring you back when you arrive home. So just thought I'd show you a bit of the hotel. Really nice hotel. It had just been refurbished. It's all nicely painted. The corridors did go on forever. Our room, when we first went there, seemed to be absolutely miles away, which is why I've left this in. But it's a beautiful place, really nice. We didn't use all the facilities and amenities whilst we're there. It's just for the night. But it has got like a bit of a spa, as you can see, and swimming pool. But that wasn't for us. We just literally went and had a meal and then went to bed, ready for the morning. So just showing you where our room was, which is further down this corridor on the right. Nice comfortable room. Nothing, spectacular, but does the job. Got the basics, is all you need. And that's what we did. So we had a really good evening there. So continuing on, there's a few floors, I think 3 floors in total. Lots of rest areas where you can just chill out and find a quiet corner. It wasn't overly busy. It does do conferences as well. But this was a Thursday night, so it's fairly quiet. I love this room coming up with the purple lighting. It's really cosy and nice and peaceful. You just get a drink and sit there. It's really good. And they've got water on the left, as you can see. Really nice place. So do recommend it. And then they've always got the bar.
That's good.
After leaving the taxi, it dropped us off right next to the drop-off point, right next to the terminal, so we didn't have to walk far at all. What I really did like, we've never done a cruise before, neither of us, so we didn't know what to expect, but what I could say was really good. There's hardly any waiting around. We got there quite early, and then you move into the terminal. You did sit around in there. It seemed to be quite a long time. That was a bit boring, but hey-ho. And then walk down the galley, or whatever you want to call it, the gangplank, whatever it is, into the ship. And the actual way that we got in to the boat and the time frame was brilliant. Couldn't knock it, really. And it was really simple checking in, nothing like the stress that you get when you're trying to go through an airport. It was really easy to do. And all the staff were really friendly. We actually did upgrade our room. So we had an outside room with the cabin, which you'll see in a bit. Cabin was really impressive. We were so pleased we did upgrade. Some people say it's not worth it because they don't spend much time in the room, but we found it was one of the best things we did, was pay that little bit extra. A lot more spacious than what I envisioned. Bathroom really nice, the bath and the shower. And we just seemed to have a lot of space, which when you see the videos, other videos on YouTube, some of these cabins can be really small and claustrophobic. But this is brilliant. Nice big bed where we watched Game of Thrones back to back for some evenings, rather than the entertainment wasn't really for us on some nights. And like I say, a bit of a living area as well with another telly, and then you got your fridge and then the balcony. If I was going to comment and be, critic or so about the balcony, is definitely have a balcony. Because we're going to the Norwegian Fjords, which you'll see probably later on in the video, having that little overhang, it was quiet. It wasn't noise from above, although people walking above, it was not noisy at all. Free chocolates there, I'm showing. But having that little overhang on the balcony, when you get to the Norwegian Fjords, if you just sit out on the balcony, you don't always see the tops, because it does obscure your view. But it was worth having, definitely. And then I was quite impressed with the entertainment. We've not been on a cruise before. As the boat was leaving, it was quite a vibrant atmosphere. We had a full day at sea once we left Southampton. I was really lucky with the weather. We were sunbathing on the deck and just chilling out really. And then as we come into or towards Norway, the sea fog was about first thing in the morning, before we got to our first port of call, which was, if I say this correctly, Stavanger. So some people left the ship and actually walked into the main town, which was, I'd say, probably just short of a mile. And we decided to go on the hop-on bus. This is all outside the terminal, and you can just get a ticket straight from basically when you get off the cruise ship. So we just went on that. We do that in most places we go to if they are available. So I think it's the best way to see where you are and get to know some of the history and the culture of where you are, as you get the headphones and you can listen to that as you go around and travel. We always stay on it and never get off, and then if there's another place we want to go and visit later on, then we'll go round again and get off. But when we first get on, we just stay on it for the whole way round. This pretty much sums up what Stavanger is like outside the town. From the main streets, all the houses pretty much looking the same and white, but very clean and tidy. We didn't see any litter, although some needed some attention. This is pretty much how it was. It's a really nice little place. just before going back onto the ship, we thought we'd have a quick walk around the old town, which was opposite where we were staying by the port. So just had 10-15 minutes walk around here. Really nice, narrow streets, all cobbled, really well kept and flowers. The locals keep this area really looking pretty. And then back on board we go and set sail again, onwards towards Loen, where we do start to see the first glimpse of what the Norwegian Fjords are all about. More spectacular things to come. So the next morning we woke to spectacular views of the Norwegian Fjords. A little bit cool and foggy, as you can see, but it was amazing. There's just scenery 360 degrees all around you. Everybody was out and about and looking. It's amazing. You really need to be there. Videos and pictures do not do it justice at all. When I first looked at doing the Norway cruise, or Norwegian Fjords should I say cruise, the one thing I really wanted to do was go up to the Loen Skylift, mainly because of other videos that I've seen on YouTube. I love mountains and just the scenery is spectacular, and it is in real life. We didn't actually take other YouTubers' advice by pre-booking the tickets in advance. We did do it later on, but you can actually book in advance and don't get it through the cruise. It's cheaper if you do it that way. There are free buses that take you to the Loen Skylift terminal, so you can go up on the Skylift, but you don't have to go through the cruise ship to do that. I do advise, like everyone else does, to literally get your tickets before you go. It is a lot cheaper. But we could have stayed up here for hours. It was boiling hot. We went with big thick coats on. He's got a coffee shop up there, a little gift shop and cafeteria and a restaurant, and there's just so much to do. There's people fly jumping off there, paragliding that you can watch, and they've got like an igloo, which you'll see later on in a minute, which you can go and visit. But we could have stayed up there all day. It was definitely for us the best part of the trip. Oh my god, they're mental. That's amazing. That is amazing. As we left Olden, the pub at the bottom, there's a lady there that's waving a flag and blasting out music, time to say goodbye and all them sort of songs. Really happy, vibrant place. And there's only a few of them waving their hands off at everybody on the ship as we were leaving. Really great atmosphere. Olden was definitely one of the highlights of our trip. Absolutely brilliant and spectacular, actually leaving Fjords and watching that on the way back. Well, coming up now to the end of this part 1 of the Norwegian Fjords. I do hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please like and subscribe and join us for the next time in part 2, where we visit Flam and Haugesund.